going on, everybody? Welcome back, episode 6 of the walkthrough. So, in between episodes with the souls we had, I went ahead and popped a couple of bigger skulls just to get one more level. So, now we're up at 23 radiance. So, 3 more points we can go to our hammer, or 2 more points we could use Pieta's sword. So, now, leaving from our seedling as we've accomplished everything behind us, we're going to go ahead and buff up. So we have one of the fire knights to deal with. Then in Umbral we have, the big face guy and all that stuff. So try to get him knocked out first. If you go into Umbral, before you take him out, you're probably going to get dead pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get dead. So it's too much. And you got all the little guys, the wither witches, the little zombie bros. Like, it's a lot, guys. It's a whole lot. So, let's get into Umbral now. He's out of the way. I typically like to go for little dudes first. I mean, we're almost all the way withered here. So we obviously have, the big guy with the face. But, if there's any little guys, definitely want to take them out first. Oh, we're all the way withered here. Somehow I got through that. I don't even know how. Don't lock onto them. Alright, so we're buffed up. Let's start beating his ass down. Now, it's not going to be like that boss fight, from here on out, as you see. Not really that bad. Once you know how to fight him, which we do, we're aiming for the back, right? And we're just slowly working him down. Yeah, he wasn't worth many souls, was he? I think we've only gotten 200. Another seedling, a mask. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Still not the most, but it's souls, It's souls. I thought I heard someone spawn in. Alright, so let's get an exit. Now we're about to be working our way into lower calrath. All we have left is one more fire knight, demon archer, just a couple little enemies to clear up, and one more side path to take, which is on the other side of this gate. So, we move on in. We have the dog. There's a demon archer. Take him out. We're going to buff up one more time. Don't want to lose our buff before we, get into the real fight here, which is always these guys, you get stronger and they're not going to seem as bad as they were at the start, but I don't know, like I said, you get better weapons, and you'll get stronger, but they're always going to get more health, and they're always going to get more damage too, so they just stay, being a just complicated enemy all in all. So I'm going to go around here, get unripe berries. So if you have used those at this point, save one for the side quest. I mentioned that at the start, but we want to at least save one, guys. That's it, just one. And we'll be using that in lower calrath. So I told you guys this for a later game area. Well, there you go. And there you go, Ring of Night's Fire, as we talked about in the last episode. That's going to give you increased fire damage and increased wither damage, so it can also work for an Umbral build. Now we're going to take these stairs on over here and work our way up to lower calrath. It's actually a pretty good strength weapon along the way, the taxidermist hammer. You hear like little voices and shit. It's so creepy, especially when we have headphones on. God, it's so creepy. It's cool though. So right here in this stack, that's the taxidermist hammer. Pretty good weapon, like I said. I'm pretty sure it's strength inferno, but it does wither damage. It's really weird. Yeah, 25 strength, 18 inferno. CC unupgraded, attack power 202 before it's even upgraded. And you are looking at no passives with wither and fire, or with wither and physical. So once you go ahead and enter Umbral, it's gonna be little guys. They like to hide around. They kind of blend in. So now the little zombie dudes are actually going to be doing fire. Throw little fireballs at you. This stigma is very important if you're trying to get the Dark Crusader class and do Paladin Isaac's quest, so make sure you get that. Without it, you won't be able to do that quest. So pretty much late game, you're gonna have to fight the paladin. You don't actually do the quest, like get all the stigmas. There's gonna be a door blocking your way where the fight typically would be. So that's why it's so important to get these stigmas, as it's going to remove the door that blocks you from the boss fight. Speaking of boss fights, we're actually about to get into another one. Thinking back, I don't even think we've died to any bosses yet. The Scourge Sister, but she was trapped in a corner, we couldn't do anything, so it's not like a death. I mean, we died, but still, it's not like a death. We were kind of fucked on that one. We got trapped, she's hitting us with a flail and couldn't move. Alright, so, before we go get in this fight, very annoying fight. It's a fight that's like really hard and really easy at the same time. So there's four umbral parasites. She throws fireball at you. She could also like spawn up multiple fire orbs all over the field that slowly explode. And she has fire stream that comes out of her hand. She could do a lot of damage. I mean, she can kill you in a second flat if she really started piling on her shit right. But, she's really weak to smite. So behind those crates over there, so think about the 4 parasites in 4 corners. So behind the crates is one's up here, one's right over there, kind of to the front right of her, and then to the back left. Now they're not going to spawn in until you actually get in the fight, so move forward. Usually you could pop that and then dodge, but I think I was just in a weird position. Then we're over here, pop that, good heal. There's the orb, she's going to spawn up, I was talking about. She's still going. So the other one is right here. Being in the storm hurts us, but I'm kind of just stuck. And then right by this tree is your last one. There you go. Now it's a regular fight. See if we can get a soul flay, heal, while we have a wither to do that, and then start beating her. Now, obviously, if you have more upgrades in your weapons, it's gonna be a big help for you. You can get much more damage than we're doing. Explosion, and we're umbral. Just be really careful. Oh, roll. Yep, she still got us. She's got to heal. Where is she? God, she's such a pain in the ass, I swear to God. Like, she's so fucking annoying, yo. It just makes it hard to get up close. If you get up close and you can avoid the fire stream, you're okay. But that's just the thing. And we're dead. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a DPS race, but, So, that's our first true death to a boss. So far, it's actually been pretty easy. But you gotta remember, we have no upgrades. Like, we're at +2. At this point, you should typically be at probably +3 or 4 in your weapons. We're actually losing out on a lot of damage because I'm trying to be patient for our weapon. And that's how I use my stuff, guys. I'm just extremely patient with my stones because I know that they can be quite rare, right? So, that's the way I suggest being for you guys as well. Now, we're almost to our stats, so we'll have a really good weapon pretty soon. So, same thing. Alright, now I'm going to roll over here. Much better. We didn't get hit with a fireball immediately this time. Roll through it. Oh, you bitch. I don't remember when I go to the back. And if you see, you were kind of lucky. You can just like roll through it, even if you're close up. That has a delayed explosion. That's good. Soul play. Heal. That's a smite. We got umbral. We can probably go ahead and get that other soul play in, hopefully, before we get fucked. Getting that smite off is always nice. Dodge. Heal. I want to get that wither off her though. And there you go. So a little bit of range, a little bit of wither soul plays, everything else, not too bad. Like I said, it's really just a DPS race. Like, you know, like I always say, very hard, very easy at the same time. So after you beat her out, take her out, beat her out. After you take her out or beat her, however you want to phrase it, you can go back here and get a resistance to ignite ring, which a lot of the enemies here do ignite, so it's gonna be, you know, quite nice. We're going to be extremely careful. And that also got you filleted skin, which is part of the quest line. So that's going to buff on up. So we're going to have Rogars now with advanced movesets. Their combos are going to be a bit different. They're doing like straight up fire. Not, you know, before their weapons did fire damage. Now their weapons are like on fire. So they're getting really increased fire damage. On top of also getting ignite. It's going to, you know, obviously fuck you up. Alright, now in the back left corner, you have to get a flail. This shortcut will be unlocked later on. That's the second half of Lower calrath. I'm not sure if we'll get to it this episode. We're going to try. Like I said, it's just a lot packed into Lower calrath, so. Alright, I told you not to put a seedling. I told you that because of the fact we're about to get a shortcut back to the visit, so. Because of that, I just think it's safer, you know, to save your seedlings when we really need them. Like in Lower calrath, we use quite a few, and we still have 7 saved up because we're being careful about it. We don't want to be out of seeds. We want to make sure we can put down a seed anytime we choose. As you see, obviously, you're, you know, using your lamp, walking over, taking out Mr. Rogar Bro. Alright, same thing. Like I said, this is just going to lead back to our visage, saving us a seedling. Over here to your right is just going to be a little easy to take him out. Make sure he ain't fucking with us from behind and, you know, put us in a bad spot. It should be really close to 2 levels as well. Oh fuck yeah, look at that. We could use Pieta's sword. We could use our hammer if we put on the 1 ring for 1 more point of radiance. So we have some options here. So now we can put on the starter's hammer, and we could take stamina, and we could put on the panoptic, and look at that, we actually meet the requirements to use it. Gotta love it. And because of that, we could also, what? I thought I took it off for a second. We could also put on a shield and switch over build. Now you see we're at the threshold for weight. And I started going through this in between episodes, and that's why I took off my helmet and my gauntlets. Because at this point, you know, I had to make sure I had enough weight to use this stuff. But now we can go to one of our really good weapons. I'm curious if we're going to have what we need to upgrade. Let's see, 1600. That's exactly what, 2400. So yeah, we can go ahead and get some upgrades. So because of that, let's go back to Skyrest. I'm kind of curious, and that's the other thing. Do I want to use this? Because I'm going for the other hammer, but it's not good right here. But it's not going to be a while, or it's going to be a bit. I need to have 28 radiance and 28 strength. That's some time away. So should we use this, or should we, you know, throw on Pieta's sword and the hammer of holy agony and get smite and blood loss? That's, you know what I mean? That would be the other thing, and that's the hard choice to make. Pieta's is good, but it falls off after a bit. But you know, it would be really nice to get that smite and blood loss. But then the hammer's kind of the build we're actually going for. So I'm actually thinking about just doing that, because then once we switch out with stuff our same move set, and then we'll be getting smite off this. Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. I mean, it's just a better weapon, bigger damage, a lot of stagger, and stuff like that. And I really like Pieta's sword, I do, but they made it to where the damage falls off. So I mean, it's just not recommendable. So we're gonna hand it over to the Tracker and Tablet.
Not to bind. I wash hands only to them.
And talk to them again. Like, they'll just babble on forever and ever and ever.
Oh, get back to work.
Okay, so we can now purchase and, buy rooms, slot in our weapon. There's only going to be a few choices early on, not many at all, right? But it is extra scaling, the ones they sell. She'll actually sell one that gives you increased radiant scaling. It's just not that good, the early on version. Just get an upgrade, 500, 750, 1000, 1500. Oh. Don't have enough. We're going to be in way better shape than we were just in, guys. So much better shape. Because, looking at it, it's equipped, we can't see. But what is it, +3 right now? +3, about to be +4. So we gotta come up with 1,000. What consumables do we have? We don't give a shit about. Quite a few. Pretty close to sell those. Ooh. Just a little shy here, little shy. I will most definitely get another one of those to play through for sure. Oh, it's 15. Alright.
You again.
Brawl Mangler. Nothing we're worried about. Infernal Enchantress. Nothing we're worried about. And we're about there. Ruiner Armor. Not worried about it. We're 15 and we're +4. So to get into +5, we could do that too. But I think before that's actually an issue, guys, we'll probably be, at the stats for the weapon we're actually going for. So from this point on, she should have her first rune. Yeah, so right here we can grab this for 700, and it's going to increase radiant scaling. So this weapon does have radiant scaling, as you see, a B in radiance. So if we can come up with a few hundred more, that's kind of inconvenient. I get that, having to stop to go through to sell stuff, but at the same time, it's only 700 this time, so it's not like a super big deal. There we go. I don't really care for this one, but at least it's something, as this is the walkthrough, and it will help people out, right? So let's get a little bit more scaling, a little bit more damage going. So even right now, we're at 334, 138, 17 for strength scaling, and 138 +40 for radiance. As it gets upgraded more, the scaling is obviously going to be better, and your base damage is obviously going to be better. So now we're going to jump on over to Depot Vestige. And now we could actually press forward into the region, right? So Upper calrath's pretty good, pretty cool. I like it. Really cool and different. Look at that. Booyah! And this is why I decided to go for these great hammers for the build. I really want to use Bloody Glory. I don't think it hits the same. And if we get enough stones later on, we might bring that all the way up too as like a side weapon. Something we can switch between, but we'll just have to see if we come up with enough stones. It'd be kind of cool to have two weapons that are really, really, really good. We can swap back and forth. Actually, if we meet the stats for them, that's going to be the thing, but we'll have to see. So I guess next, where are our stats at? We have that ring, so we do need to keep working on radiance. We're at 25. We'll probably go 5 more points and then start working on strength. Because with 30 radiance, we can use better spells, so we got to also keep that in mind. But we're just going to be going forward here. Hold up your lamp. We're not going umbral quite yet. We will. I want to see, if we can take all these enemies first. Make life much easier. So the L1 RQ on this weapon is just phenomenal. I really like to do that in a fight. If you're getting that swipe, big hit, and then you can actually follow with another light attack that does like an overhead. And it's, because I hardly will ever use the special attack or weapons, but I find myself using this one quite a bit because it's just a really powerful move. And that was actually the dumbest thing I could have done. So, we're going to Umbral anyway, so there's going to be a couple gremlins. One's usually, one's posted up here usually. down to say hello. Where you going, buddy? He wants us to get that item so he can attack us at nowhere. There's gonna be another one that flies out of nowhere, bat out of hell. But for some reason, they're not coming down. I don't know why. So that ring is gonna get you health and a soul plate charge. What the fuck is, bitch? Get your fucking ass over here. What the hell is that? You're gonna get a soul plate charge and some health anytime you kill an enemy with that ring. And the other one should have flown up our ass by now. He does. He like flies out of nowhere, fast as fuck. But for some reason, he's not spawning in. You guys, please look out for him. He's most likely coming. For some reason, it seems like I got lucky. So I'll take it, but it's not typically how it's gonna work. Yeah, there he goes out of nowhere as I'm trying to exit. That's really weird. So we're gonna have a fire knight coming up, and then a really good spot to put a seedling. So I'm gonna buff on up for the fire knight. As we go through, you guys are going to really start seeing how great these hammers are and why we recommended them. I mean, even him, he's a really, really hard fight typically. Let's go and put a seedling down here. You're going to rest up. So, first off, we're going to have a side path. So the main path is going to go out to the left over there. Across the way, you're going to see like some armor stuff. But first, the side path. So this is Rosamund's sword we're about to go grab. This is my favorite, in my opinion, the best Umbral weapon in the game. 150 frostbite damage, a lot of wither scaling, a lot of health, base damage. It's just one of the best weapons in the game, and you get it fairly early on. So if you're doing Umbral, I recommended you do 13 strength, 13 agility to reach the stats and say it the whole walkthrough. Make sure you guys are working towards that, so by the time you get here, you're going to have those stats. 16 Inferno and Radiance, which is pretty easy to get. So you guys should, when I was going through my playthrough and I was aiming to use that weapon, what happened was, after I got health and endurance to 20, I got the strength and agility knocked out, the Radiance and Inferno where it needed to be, and right when I got here, I literally was 1 point over what I was supposed to be. Like, it times out perfectly. By the time you get here, you should, be right on par with your build reaching those required stats. But listen to that. You're about to have access to one of the best weapons in the game. So there will be a Reaper. Once we enter Umbral, just wait for him. Dodge. Buddy. Guys is eating up our heels here. Alright, got Mr. Reaper Bro down, so right beside here to the left. We're going to go and pull that. Then we want to go on back down from whence we came, and there'll be one more we need to pull right here. So this is going to let us get on into back behind this little house. And behind here, there's going to be a few moths, some gremlins, some zombie dudes, wither witches, like fucking every Umbral enemy there is in existence, all at once. Also, this hammer will knock these wither moth ladies out of their big attacks. So if they're trying to do the little storm they do, or the leg grab, and you are able to get them with a good attack, it's going to keep them from doing it. It's going to knock her right out of that storm. We are going to have to get our endurance higher, I'm seeing. Let's go pop that from here. Make sure you at least get your sword. Alright, let's go buff up. We're going to ignore the item for now. Make sure that attack. God, thank you, bitch. And we get a lot, you knock her out of attacks, you can't use it. We get a lot of health regained from withers. these bigger weapons too, which is quite nice. I don't even see a little bastard. Okay, that was it's such a fucking clusterfuck sometimes this goddamn game, bro. I love it, but man, it's such a poor choice from the developers to do things this way, in my opinion. Like, such a poor choice. Just make hard enemies. We don't need to be surrounded at all times like, now look at this. Look at this shit. A big bump stick helps, but man, it's just fucking ridiculous. And then our attacks won't land. You know, I don't know. It annoys the living fuck out of me. There's no need for them to do this in developing this game. Just make the enemies harder. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all this shit. Just, you know, we're being cornered by 20, and then you know the areas are so tight that you can't even land an attack. Your weapon's literally bouncing off fucking everything. You know what I mean? So it really sucks. We're about to die, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can take these last two out. We already cleared the whole area. Excuse my irritation. It's just sometimes it's just a bit much. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bit fucking much. So, like I said, we're gonna get very annoyed with the game at certain times. It's still a great game, but yeah, there's some choices that were made in development. It's like, what were you guys thinking? You know, just give us harder enemies. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be surrounded by 40 guys in an area we can't even swing our weapon. Honestly, we just don't. But either way, we're gonna go back up here and rest, as that has taken all of our resources, every last fucking one of them. It's taken all of our, you know, all of our heals, every bit of them. So we're a few hundred short from a level, so we're just gonna keep pressing on. I don't have any consumable items or anything like that. So Rosamund's Sword, armor build, this is the weapon you should go for, trust me. There's other ones that are technically stronger on paper, but no, this thing does poise damage, 150 frostbite. Really, since when do you come around the fucking corner, bro? Good day to you. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, bro, it's rudely interrupted. Rosamund's Sword, where are you? Your great sword right here. So 150 frostbite, physical wither, 13 strength, agility, 16 radiance inferno. You can either keep the bare minimum of radiance inferno and go high on strength or agility for a lot of physical, or what I did was keep strength and agility at base and go 40 on radiance, 40 on inferno. I was getting amazing damage of like fucking so much wither. It was crazy. I could pretty much hit any enemy I wanted to one time, and the only thing they had left was withered health. If you know how to actually play the game and take advantage of wither health, it would be probably the most devastating build in the game. Not to mention the Umbra weapon spells I chose were fucking insane. Some of them, man, it's just straight up nukes. Multiple weapons, they're just nukes, and you're just destroying every boss with spells and weapons. It's so much fun. So this part, you can die really easy. It could be about just bad luck, not lining the enemies up right on your drop, you know, them coming and not in the area where you could actually hit them. But you know, there's 3 of these guys. I've died so many times, I land right here, then all 3 of them get me cornered against the wall, can't defend myself, and you know, that's just it. It could be a case of bad luck, but just try to drop down and take them out as fast as you can. So we're gonna cycle that, put her to hell. We got another level, so we do want to be careful. Let's go next to Umbra. So obviously, we need to go back in Umbra like we always do. Now, Infernal Enchantress is going to be regular enemy already. Like I said, that's typically that goes. Doesn't really take long before these bosses turn to regular enemies. Their spells and stuff aren't as powerful as they were. Not as big, but they're just as much of a threat. There's just a lot of juice for a regular enemy to have, you know what I mean? Fucking orbs and fireballs and huge explosion AoE. I mean, all types of shit. Alright, so when you get here, you're going to see this door. We'll get this later. That's a sunless sky when we get the key for that. we'll be able to open up shortcuts that lead back to here. So we want to go down here to the right, down the little road. Oh, he's gone. And we're going to go off the edge, roll back down to where we were, grab your cinder arrows. And then just kind of, you know, we're just circling around getting back to where we were. Alright, so we do have to enter Umbral. There's a Reaper right there. You can deal with him if you want to, but there's no real need, right? So let's go and enter Umbral. Now you want to stay down here at first, because you have to pull this plank over, or this platform. If you don't, when you get over here and pull that across, there's going to be a gap, and you're actually not going to be able to cross it. So, this thing is on a time limit. After a few seconds, it's going to, you know, go back. So, we're going to pull that. Now there is actually going to be a main vestige for the area, our next one up here, so don't plant any seeds anywhere. Let's just be careful moving forward. Now we get here, go smack him around. God, recover already, you know what I mean? Hey, fuck. Refuses to get up off the ground. And that's Umbral for you. Now I'm trying to clear up this little side path because we have to come back out here and do some optional stuff. But if we clear the side path now, we won't have to worry about it later. God, recover. Yeah, we gotta get the endurance higher. It's starting to really be a problem. It wasn't last time, but alright, so I got them down. We can come right over here. Small beryllium. Now once we get on up to like 25 endurance, it's not going to be an issue. We're going to take our build up to about 27 endurance. It's enough for armor. It's enough for weapon, shield, full set armor, and plenty to swing your weapon around and not have to worry about slow recovery and everything else. So as you get into this building, you go all the way up top, get your next vestige. Get a rest, get our heals back, reset aggro on the area. Obviously we're going to go ahead and grab a level. 26 radiance. So with that, we do not need our ring anymore. You know, you can go ahead and put on something else if you choose to. Yeah, we'll go back to our stamina. Map of Calrath slums, which we're about to go. Then out here, we'll see Drustin again.
Hello, 1P. Taking Melky, and look, that's a good sign, that is. Melky is, I don't know, he'll sort every... Blimey, he inserts...
He's going to want to unripe berry, as I, stated before.
I feel like I could run a million... No monster. For them. Look out, baddies. Look out, baddies.
Look out, baddies. Here I come. It's a piece of dialogue you want from him. So if you were to go out here to the left, you can progress to the back half of the Calrath, lower Calrath. But like I said, we have some other optional content we have to take care of, as there's important quest items down here, and NPCs, stigmas, they're, attached to quests. There's a lot going on. Good grief, brother. So he obviously has a stigma, or a parasite. There you go. So if you switched up from a fast attacking weapon and you got on into, more colossal weapon like this, which is recommended, just keep in mind that this isn't attack. We get a few hits in, we back off. We're doing a lot of damage, a lot more damage per hit. You don't have to stay on. You get your big hits in, ease up. Because we have stamina management to worry about now. As a problem before with fast attacking, but even with this, it's different. Different weapon, different way to use it. As we go down, we can go over here, talk to the Wayfarer.
I'd heard things in centuries of mad. If all this, whatever, but it's your never turn to some. Whatever, but it's your never turn to someone else.
Took out the road guard, so we're gonna go staying under the bridge. We're going to enter Umbral, just not yet. So now we're just kind of loop around and go down the right side of the path, get some upgrade stones right here, more regulars. You're noticing the later we get in the game, obviously the better stones we're going to get, right? So, this is kind of how it goes. We're going to get our weapon higher and higher.
Elio, you can't
Just
just
gonna
run
pull
off
that,
like this. You had everyone
jump
at
over
your
here,
feet when it's-
and we are going to have a mimic down here, so, you know, just be on guard for that.
I want to give you something very special. I had since I was a little girl. When I used to get scared, I'd hold it very,
You can throw
very tightly,
fireballs
and
at
that's
us.
when it would reveal its magic to me. And I'd know there was no need to be afraid.
Alright, so let's go and buff up. We have Moth Lady down here. A lot of little umbral shits to deal with.
Understand? There's nothing to be afraid of. Promise.
Alright, so that's the biggest threat. Alright, there's your mimic. Let's go and smash that up. Your consumables. Then back here. We have to get Dark Oath. Obviously another armor die, another taint, right? So, let's get an exit Umbral. Now moving forward, we got the Stigma. We got the Umbral stuff. We got our upgrade mats. The only thing left to do is grab a shortcut, take out some enemies, and more upgrade stuff. Alright, that's him. Where you at? Okay, so we're about to grab a shortcut. Now when we do this, on the other side is where we initially came in this area. And you know, the Rogar that's over there, they might spot us. The little zombie guys, they might spot us. If they do, they're gonna follow us out. So we're gonna go buff up. Might as well just sit here and just wait on, you know, just go in and kill them. They're gonna get behind us anyways. Take them out. The other Rogar doesn't see us, even better, right? Yeah, I already went through our heals, but we're at the end of it now. All we gotta do is hit this one little other side path, and you'll see a shortcut. I'm on the other side of this. It's like a ramp that needs to be dropped. Don't worry about it. That's, you know, sun, the sky, and again, just another portion of it. So. Thought we could get him. That's why we exited Umbral. Ain't no way that wasn't interrupted, asshole. No, I don't even have a damn thingy. Let's try to be careful here if possible. In fact, I'm gonna kind of run away for a second because we're at the end. It's really gonna suck to die here for obvious reasons. Matter of fact, don't we have, yeah. So just gonna start filling up your soul plate charges, as I said previously, well, quite a while ago. And it pretty much does well enough on doing it twice, giving you 2 soul plate charges. Good God, bro. Yeah, we're fucked here. There's just too much bullshit, man. God damn, for real. Give us a fucking break. Just a little bit. Alright, sorry, we got it. It's just dying here is gonna really suck. Right at the end, you know what I mean? The hell, how are you alive? you're not. Okay, so it gets stressful sometimes, you know, it's like, if we died towards the beginning, that's one thing, you know, but like right at the very end, you know, that kind of sucks. So we also have a Reaper. That's why, you know, I was trying to pull him away, both of them at the same time, just asking to get killed. Trying to stagger him. Nice. How the fuck did you land every single hit? Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually extremely good at parrying in this game, especially them. So when he lands every fucking hit, I'm like, I know that's some horse shit, because I know very well his timing. So, you're going to see this bridge, like I said, that's a shortcut we'll eventually kick down, but not for a while. We have, you know, it's like 2 regions away, honestly, so. Two areas. We have lower calrath, then we have like a cut through area that leads to the mines, and then after the mines, you know, we'll go through and get that. So like I said, it's a bit away. Alright, we got them down, and now we can kind of just rush on back for a message. Just boost for level. Feel like we should just kill a couple of these guys on the way to grab a level before we close on out. Because there's not enough time to do the whole other half of lower calrath this episode. Because of that, we're going to get back up here and just kind of wrap on up. There's no one to kill for this level. Fuckers. We might have a bigger skull. No, we don't. It's alright. We'll go kill a couple guys, begin the next episode, and get our next level. Which would be nice. Is, yeah, we're already at 27 radiance, which is just phenomenal. It means we're less than 10 levels away from our big hammer. That's why I don't want to upgrade this anymore. You know, because we'll be getting to that before long at all. So let's look at the time, though. 42 minutes. I think I'm going to push on forward to get to our seedling, to be completely honest with you guys, because that would be a good spot to stop from. There won't be that much left of the zone, which would be nice. But there's a little bit of side content, so let's try to get this. Right down here is going to be the pearl set. Yes, sir. Take it on something heavy or something. Alright. Take him out. We should have one more. Where'd he go? Oh, yeah, they blow themselves up. Now, when you get here, there's a bunch of mines down here. If you're careful, and you're lucky enough, you roll right on down. It looks extremely shady, I'm aware of that, but you're usually fine. It's like the one thing you figure you wouldn't want to do, just roll down, you know. Then we have the fire, our demon archer. And take him out. And up ahead would be a fire dog. This is the first left after we came out. Him. Now we can hold up our lantern right here. Go on here and get the sword of skin and tooth. So it's a really good strength weapon. So it's just purely strength. I want to say it's 26. It might be 36 though. Where the hell is it? Right over here. So sword of skin and tooth. You're getting physical. You're getting fire, and you're getting 200 to burn. 36 strength. Now, if you're doing just a strength build, you're not far off from that. And that's a weapon you can play through the whole game. Like, it's that good. Now, from here, we're going to go up the stairs. I didn't think that led through, but the way it looks is really wild. It actually is just leading back up, and we're about to get to that, but I was like, there's no fucking way I missed something. All the notes I took, all the hours I spent. Alright, so these guys are all going to have parasites. However, you're probably already doing enough damage to, you know, kill them without, you know what I mean? Too much trouble. So you can siphon the parasite if you want. It's at the bottom. They're all connected to the same one. But it shouldn't really be a problem. God, I can't see the fuckers. Jesus Christ. I think our weapon might be actually too slow to take this guy out. Alright, so just go on to the bottom, siphon the parasite. If you have a faster weapon that does more damage, you can definitely take him out, you know, without worrying about it. But I took him out my last playthrough, but my weapon was more upgraded and stuff too, because I was doing Umbral with the Rosamund sword. I knew that's, you know, what I wanted, so I just wasn't worried about it. Alright, Scale Breaker, really good strength hammer, pure physical builds only, but still really good nonetheless. Alright, so it's going to buff on up. We're about to enter Umbral, have a moth to deal with. It's usually, yeah, right up here. But they do move around, you know, they're in Umbral, they're not, you know, chained to the walls. Alright, steak and fish. No storms today. None for you. Regular Duridium and just some consumables. So there's a plank to your right, plank to your left. Run and jump right off the edge of it and you'll make the gap. If you're in the middle, I'm pretty sure you don't. Now we're going to take this plank up. We're going to progress to the left, but first we want to go over to the right. Then we'll be able to actually get a shortcut back to our visage by way of kicking a ladder down. In that room where we got the pearl set, we can kick a ladder down right in there. So we're going to go on over here, grab that, to the right is your ladder. Now I'm going to go ahead, because we've already used so many heals, we're going to just rush up real quick. We don't have much time in the episode. I want to at least hit this first area and up to our first seedling. And we're actually about to get a really good great shield to go good with our build. We'll not be able to use it yet. We do reach the stats. We do not reach the weight requirement to get back in our stamina. But we're going to do that. You know, as soon as we're at like 30-30, we'll do that. Which isn't too bad. I mean, where we're at, like, we're so close to our radiance. Yeah, 27. Because for our hammer, we need 28. So I was just going to do, you know, 28 radiance, which is 1 point. Then we need 8, so 9 points away. We could, you know, get in our hammer. But we might just do 28 strength and then 30 radiance. I want to make sure we can get to our spells, because right now we can't use Pietà spell, and it's really good. And, you know, we're about to want to start upgrading our catalysts and stuff like that. So we definitely want 30 radiance. And I want to keep, and, you know, it gets same scaling of physical as it does radiance, so I want to try to keep those stats evenly, so we're getting just as much physical as we are holy. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, just kind of doing 30-30 for now, and then we'll get back into health and stamina and completely wrap that up for the rest of the game, then just staying damage to the end. I think that would probably be our safest bet, to be completely honest. Smash, smash, smash. So we do got some enemies in here. I was going to enter Umbral. Buff up, we're only at +4, so. Where are you at? We do want to go behind us. Oop. Another very important stigma. Go and grab that.
I can't go back down there. I just can't.
Turn to the right. We get cinder bolts. So we have the cinder arrows and the cinder bolts now. We'll go grab a deer's mark ring. Now if you drop here, you're going to see these stairs. If you go down the stairs, that's going to progress out to a big head dude. The potato head, and also a ruiner. We want to ignore that for now. We're going to go forward. Try to heal before we get dead. That's kind of what I was worried about. Alright. So once we take all these guys out, we'll be able to go over to this little village, get our next tent. So we can dye armor. Oh, those fucking mines. I see them throw them out, but I can never see them on the fucking ground. Alright. this is just me double checking. I never remembered an item there. But in between these houses, this is going to lead out to your teeth and then some consumables. Oops, that's not the guy. There's consumables and right over yonder. There. And we go right here, get the Guardian team, and now we are good to move on, go on up, plant our seedling, and actually we're about to go get our very first upgrade for our lamp. This is quite nice, but we are going to run, because we're just going to run right past everything here, plant our seed, so if we die, we're not worried about it, because look, get the big head dude, and then right here, get a fucking ruiner. It's not something you want to face. So what you want to do is take out the ruiner first, and axiom. Take out any of the little guys that might be in the area, then take out the big face dude, because it's just like I said, it's too much, you know. You're an umbral, you're gonna die easy too. So now, I don't know if this is one, but most ruiners have a chance. It's not the biggest chance, but they do have a chance to drop large Beryllium. So this could be a pretty viable farm. If he's one of them. I'm not sure if we're late enough in the game yet, but there's a few farms I am going to show off so you guys can farm up large Beryllium. As I said, you only get enough to really just one weapon, one shield, and one catalyst. If you want to, play around with other weapons and stuff, you're going to need to farm the rest. So I'm going to show off a few farms I know of, and we're going to give this a couple runs to see if he actually has a chance to drop anything. Actually, right in our next zone is actually our first farm that I know of. I've never tried this one, but I mean, it is the same enemy at least. Drops up dick. So you guys pants. We're giving it 3 tries. That was 2. Typically, all the farms I know, 3 to 5 tries to drop 1. So there's like a holy bulwark guy. There's like the first boss we fought in the tutorial area. We're gonna get to a spot later game where he's out front, and like every 3 times he drops 1. So that's gonna be the best large farm. That's a walk. I don't have to drop farms and stuff for crafting materials. It's just something that's gonna help people out. So any knowledge I have in the game is full. All of my knowledge I want to share of things I found out that help me. If it's the first playthrough, you might not be sure of the weapon you're using. Or like you might love one now, and then later find something else. You're like, fuck, I wish I would have saved my upgrades for this. It's too late at that point. So farms gonna just be your only option. Alright, he's not dropping anything. He has to toy around with it if you want. Usually, every ruiner has a chance to drop it, so he should. You have your rabbit's feet and stuff like that that's going to help out. So I want to at least give it a try on camera. In between episodes, I might farm him, a good 5 times or something, and just see if he drops any, so I could share that knowledge with you guys, if it's going to help someone out. Either way, we're about to enter Umbral first, and just kind of going around getting everything. So right next to where we went up to plant the seed, in between the buildings, is Tsar's axe. I think it's pure physical, but still, walk through. It's an item for getting it. You got an enter Umbral, and we got big face. There's gonna be other little enemies too. And if you don't like running around trying to fight all of them, we got this big dude running around. Just keep in mind his AOE does hurt them, as you see. So. He might take most of them out for you or get your health low enough. Get that critical in. Big damage. That should do it. And we got the little guy as well. He dropped something? I was about to say, I thought I heard the little chink. Usually anytime you hear that, he's dropping something. Alright, it's gonna pop this. We'll get our lamp upgrade. Anti-depleted hammer, or chisel. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. Usually I just say, hey, lamp upgrade, because it's such a crazy fucking word. I don't even want to attempt to say it, but looking at the spelling, it sounds pretty close, you know, I think. Alright, let's go and rest, grab a level, get our lamp upgrade, and we'll close on out. The next episode, obviously, we'll definitely have this area wrapped up. So we're at 27, now we're 28. We're getting there pretty quickly too for where we are in the game. Like we're not even that far in. Probably almost a third of the way in. Oh yeah, the odd stone. We have to use the odd stone on her. We got the odd stone from the stigma.
It looks different somehow. When I was at Iris, I lost the stone, but now I wish I could say this. Several, no canon, the hallowed, many have, but Latimer.
Alright, so we got her dialogue. We're gonna enter Umbral. Upgrade our full lamp. This will give us another soul blade charge. As you see, now we're up to 3. And then, yeah, we already got our secondary socket. So you gotta remember, it's a secondary socket. So you have main socket, secondary. So if you want to switch this out and you're fine with 2, in fact, we're not using more than 2 soul flame charges. We can put something else. Dodging at the right time applies wither. Regain withered health upon killing an enemy with the critical attack. Immunity to damage for 8 seconds upon umbral transition, which can be pretty powerful. 1 soul flame charge and dread resist. I still think it's probably the best one, to be completely honest. So 15% withered health regained upon striking an enemy in umbral. 25% damage to the enemy's soul. Negative 20% withered health upon umbral transition. I like the 25% damage to enemy soul. The umbral transition one's obviously phenomenal as well, because if you just want to enter umbral then exit, because you go, you get half health and half withered, now you'll have like 60-70% health. So that could be, a good tactic to use and really help you out. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab any scourings I may have, and now we're back up to 14. So that's a start, right? We're not far off from our other weapon, are we? Well, 10 points, at least 8 points. So because of that, I say we probably wouldn't hurt to try to upgrade this guy at least 1 more level. At least 1 more. Might not seem like it's not much, but it is, gonna give us some kind of help. So we sold 1 hammer. I guess we better not sell 2. No, that's a drop. And we have our catalyst too. We want to upgrade this catalyst before this boss, the final remembrance boss. That's for sure. Those are drops. Not worried about them. That's only 1,600. I think we need like 400 more. Drop. We could sell all of our starting armor too. That doesn't count towards anything. Alright. Plus, we can't get all the trophies in a single playthrough anyways. All you know why I'm stressing about it. You can sell what the fuck you want your first playthrough. But look at that. Now we're in our largest. Now we want to stop. So you can't get all the way up to +5. I'd stop there. Save your largest for whatever your main weapon's actually going to be. But now we are at 384, so, pretty close to 400. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now we want to go on and just wrap up here. So we'll pick up here next episode and finish up Lower Calrath as we're out of time. So we will see y'all back here then.